Brother Niji,
We are here.
thank you so much for coming, bro.
Of course.
Really appreciate
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
We're building it together.
There we are.
Right.
There we go. One brick at a time.
I was a good boy today and I prepared questions, but
Do you not usually?
first time I'm preparing.
That's jokes.
Because actually when we hang out, when we tour, I always just have questions for you. Let me actually put this on camera so at least I remember. First of all, how you doing today, bro?
Today, how do I feel today? I feel good. My team, Arsenal, won. I'm a massive Arsenal fan, so
Oh yeah,
massive
nice.
Arsenal fan.
Right.
So my team won, so we start the day off well, and then I get to chat with you, man. So it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful
Easy.
day. Beautiful
And you
day.
told me you're like, I mean, it's Christmas.
It
You're
is
not-
Christmas. It's snowing right
It's
now.
snowing.
It's snowing, but
You're not traveling too much.
no, the last 2 months, as soon as I got off tour, I've been at home, like, which has been beautiful. Like, it's been proper beautiful to get in my routines, like finish stuff, like actually try and finish projects, like,
Yes.
like take them to the finish line. So it's been really sick. Like I've enjoyed it, and it's gave me a time to just kind of like rejuvenate, so I can go back out. You know,
Nice.
so
Because you're usually like Niji Airways, right?
yeah, Niji
Yo, where you at, bro? I'm in London. I'm in Nigeria. I'm in
it's been
South
mad.
America. Like,
This year has been like just generally like it's generally quite mad, the traveling wise, but and I don't take it for granted, but I have appreciated just this little like snap breath, you know, to and get, you know, rejuvenate. So
yeah, bro. So I want to maybe take it from the beginning. I want to ask you, what's it been like growing up in London?
yeah,
And particularly like the music scene in London growing up.
Yeah. Man, London is just, as everyone knows it, but like living and like being born there, growing up there, is just a massive melting pot of such incredible art, you know, music, culture. You know, I'm Nigerian. I'm Yoruba. Being able to grow up in that culture, but in the middle of East London, you know, around like Caribbeans, Congolese, like Jamaicans. Well, they are Caribbean, but you get what I mean. Just the diversity of culture that I was able to grow up in. It's just like was just undefeated, man. It was just so sick. And then
So
what
rich.
happened is that all of that culture comes with its own music,
Yeah.
which means that then influenced me, you know. And then I grew up at a time where like grime was like, I grew with grime basically.
Really?
Like I grew like the my demographic and my age group, like we grew with the rise of grime. So it was just a massive time to be like growing up in London at that time, you know.
Yeah. I know you grew up around a lot of like big musicians that ended up like really taking over.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like the time that I grew up in the UK, or like in London specifically, it meant that the music that was coming out of all of these people was just incredible. Growing up listening to like the likes of Dizzy, and growing up listening to DEE, like the rappers, but also having like growing up listening to like all of the jazz artists that were coming up out of the UK as well. It was just such a melting pot of music, man. So it definitely then bled into me. But the musicians that I was able to like grow up with were just some of the most elite session musicians in the country, you know. So, and for me, they took me under their wing and kind of basically showed me the industry, like showed me what it was to be, you know, a musician in the industry. And then that was one side, and on the other side, I had my jazz friends who were like starting their jazz artistry careers in London. So I've had such a blessed upbringing in music. I really can't complain.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was your first tour, or what was the moment?
Yeah, sure.
The moment you realized like, damn, I'm doing this. Like I'm a musician.
Yeah, my first tour, I guess it depends on how far you go back, but I started in the industry with a choir called the London Community Gospel Choir. Till to this day are my family. They brought me under their wing at 14. I think I played my first Glastonbury performance at 15. And they showed me like that there was an industry. I didn't know there was an industry of music, and the musicians and the singers that were part of that choir also fed into some of the biggest like bands and pop acts at the time. So I was just soaking up so much knowledge and so much game from incredible musicians. So they really got my feet started. But I think probably like my first like I'm like playing tour was probably Peter Andre. I did a Peter Andre tour. And for those who don't know, he's the guy that made oh, mysterious girl, I wanna get close to that's him.
Yeah.
That was my first tour across the UK. We did so many random spots in the UK.
Damn,
like
how old were you?
I think I was 18 or 19.
It's an early start, bro.
Yeah. First time on like proper like stop by stop tour busing and whatnot, and like gear going down in the middle of a set or whatever. It's like real like road tested, you know.
And you mentioned playing at church. I know it's a big part of your life.
Massive, yeah.
As a secular man myself, I'm very interested and low-key like jealous of no, really, because I think there's something so beautiful about growing up in church, in the musical environment of church.
Yeah.
So maybe I would ask you, like, how do you connect like music to God? Like, how do
wow,
these two...
that's a great one. Well, I mean, first and foremost, like I wouldn't be doing this, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't physically be here without God. So that's just like the basis of it all. And then I wouldn't have the purpose I have if it wasn't given to me by God. Like the gifts that I have, I worked somewhat for, but they were given to me. Like now I have a mandate to use these gifts for my purpose. And I think having started in the church, it gave me that connection from the jump. Like it wasn't about commerce. It wasn't about how big one could get. It wasn't about anything outside of the four walls of how people felt through what I was playing in the church and the connection that they used from those chords to get closer to God. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, it just gave me the perfect place to like hone a craft without it being attached to any success or attached to my an identity in an unhealthy way.
Wow.
You know? So
I love that.
And then the focus wasn't how well I played. The focus was like, how well can I be a part of this team of musicians to elevate a praise and worship experience, which is completely different to like, how can we make this show as big and bad and get it like written up by the New York Times or something? You know what I mean? It's completely different metrics, you know. So
man,
but I have to give up the props to my dad. Like he put us all, my brothers, on instruments. He plays 5 instruments. Like he's the first Jacob Collier type that I knew, you know, and he gave me the gift of music for sure, 100%.
Wow, man, you know I hear it in your playing.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Oh, thank you.
Every time you sit on the instrument, there's like truly the feeling of you're doing this for a higher purpose, a higher power. And I think we battle all the time with our ego as musicians.
100%.
Right? The thought while playing, like, how am I perceived to impress like 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
And I think there's something about coming up into music through God, through something that is outside of yourself or that like removes you from yourself in a way.
Yeah, 100%.
Is such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful practice.
I think ultimately, like, another reason why for me it's such a beautiful place and it still holds so true to me. Like, I don't, the church is the biggest stage I'll ever play. Like, the church is the most important stage I'll ever play.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me.
Wow.
It is not about me at all. Really, you know.
So there's a different feeling.
100%. 100. It's all about service, you know. So I think starting that way, I think it gave me a really good foundation to then go into the industry because I wasn't looking at it from a position of what could I get from it. It was more like what could I give, which is a slightly different kind of stance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're not so attached to like the size of the venue or the size of the gig.
Not.
Like,
absolutely not.
I mean, we played in like arenas, and
stadium.
Yeah,
I know.
But it's like is it all the same to you? Is this
100%? Yeah, I'm true to the. I stay true to my purpose, not the platform.
Yeah.
Or the size of the platform, like, or the size of the stage. Like, I think it's really dangerous ground when we attached like our sense of how well we're doing to the size of, you know, of where we play. So in any given week, I could do Madison Square Garden and then go to my church, and it's exactly the same Niji. Like both are getting. Do you get what I mean? I don't walk into my church with any less excellence, you know, or any less effort, or I'm like, oh, I might not learn it, or do you get what I mean? Like, it's
I can attest. These are not just words. This
you
is
know,
truth, man.
because I
It's
think
felt.
for me, it's like I'm true to my purpose, not the popularity or the size of it all. You know.
Absolutely, man. Wow, beautiful. So maybe we can move forward, and actually we started touching on it, but like the Charlie tour that we did together this past year or so. What was that like for you?
Man, Charlie was great. Charlie was a great tour. It was like I haven't sat behind an artist or collaborated with an artist who plays the same instrument as me, you know, and
true.
plays it brilliantly,
Very well,
like brilliant. Like
Yeah.
he is a genius. Nothing short of it. Nothing short of a genius. So for me, it was such a beautiful like experience to see how I can support him and make and like put the light and make him shine in that way, and
Yes.
and just be like, as Paulie would say, the wind beneath his wings. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
just support, and like that's why I had so many keyboards. Is like he might jump up and play
Right.
Rhodes, or he might jump up and
Yeah,
play
you never
piano.
know what
You
he
never
does
know.
too,
So
yeah.
just kind of like just being that really like, you know, what's the lyric? Every MJ needs a Rodman. You know, just to be that support. You know, so it was a wicked tour, and obviously we went all around the world. So it was a really nice experience, and also to have the arrangements as well. Just like play out in.
You killed it on the
Oh
arrangements.
man, it was a joint effort, but I'm really grateful as how all the arrangements came together. You know, because I'm a creative. That's all I do. Like I just create. You know, and each of these things are outlets, whether it's my stuff, Charlie's stuff, anyone's stuff. You know, so. It was a wonderful experience, and also you guys, like the band members, like it's a family, you know. It was such a family unit, you know. So it was wicked.
Absolutely, man.
It was wicked.
We've had some good times.
a lot of food.
That massage, getting massages together.
honestly, crazy.
Not to be spoken of. No, but what was your favorite show?
Oh, what? Rock in Rio.
Rock and Rio, right?
Rock in Rio.
Yeah, man.
I think that might be the biggest crowd I think that might be the biggest. I was like 120,000 people in one place,
Insanity.
you know. So
yeah, same. It's like
and then just to play it, but like also have those really intimate moments where it was like I don't even remember the call and response he did. It was like him and the audience and me on the organ. It was like
he improvised that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was all over the top of the dome.
He's such a badass. Like improvising in front of 120,000 people. It's like,
and they're singing it back to you. You know? So I think that was my favorite show. I think,
and it was our first show.
That was our first show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was. There's always that transition, like from rehearsals to the stage.
Yeah.
You can never expect that or know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then when it's like 100,000 people,
Yeah,
that's a different. Man, I was blowing up with adrenaline. I was like, you know, usually like we keep it cool, right? Like we play for big audiences, and it's a part of the job to like just stay even keel. But that show for me was like hype, just pure hype.
Yeah. It was
fun.
wicked. It was wicked.
Yeah.
I think what just doing that, and also at the midst of it, there were so many projects that I was working on, like at the same time.
Yeah.
And so like there was a 2-week period where I had his set in my brain. I was about to go on tour for my stuff, so I had my stuff, Cleo Sol stuff, SAULT stuff.
Wow.
In like that was all in the space of like a 4 weeks. So I had like near enough 80 songs or something bouncing around my brain. Like it was actually insane. It was insane.
Wow.
So just being able to kind of push like in so many different ways and like give my like best effort to all of them, you know, that I really had like fond memories of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's your so you've arranged the show with Polly, like the MD. Beautiful team. Shout out Polly. One of
My guy,
our
big
favorite
up Paulie.
humans in the world.
Big
Polly
up
for
Paulie,
seeing this.
100%.
The
100%.
best, just the best human.
Just
But
an incredible man, like just
yeah,
an incredible musical director, you know.
amazing at everything.
Absolutely, yeah, genuinely.
Yeah, but I want to ask you maybe two separate questions. Like, what was it like specifically working with Polly, and then what's your approach to arranging and MDing? Because you also MD other
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So
I mean, putting a show together, it was fun. It was fun. Like it was creative. You know, me and Paulie have had a working relationship for so long now, and we've worked across so many different like shows and acts, and we've got such a good rhythm that it means that it's such an enjoyable experience. Like it's really just us. Like, okay, cool. What can we bring in? Like, what could we do that's different? And like, how do we make this show sound like not just a bunch of orchestra hits that everyone does now? Like, just completely different, and but also like paint a story of the artist that we're working with, but also add our artistry and, you know, and add our creativity. So it was wonderful. Like we sat in center stage in LA for 2 weeks or whatever it was and put the whole show together.
that was so much fun, man. That was pure joy.
100%.
And seeing you two work too, like just bringing so much joy and love to the music.
We got a good working relationship and a brotherhood. Like we're brothers, you know, so it means so much to be able to do these things, you know, at where we get to do them and together, you know. So that was wicked. And then for me, we like when like I'm musical directing or band leading, for me it's like I see it all as different vehicles for creativity. So I have in any given day I have like anywhere close to 5 to 10 musical ideas every day. And then I have to decide what I do with it. So if I'm if I'm programming and like musical directing for an artist, it means that I get to use all of that creativity and not let it go to waste. Like I can use it on and perfect it around this bunch of music that we're about to play for an artist. So I have so much joy. I have so much joy creating these arrangements for, you know, for live, and it really does allow me to push my arrangements in a way that maybe I might not do for my stuff, you know. So
yeah. Is there anything, like let's say you get a song for arranging or MDing, is there anything you're looking for in the song, or like
a few things. There's like I'm looking for spaces that I can like accentuate stuff. I'm looking for like spaces where I can take it into a slight little right turn, make someone think, oh my God, that was interesting, and then bring it back. So like you kind of take a listener on that journey through a song that they might know really well. So that's definitely one. And then two is like, how do I separate this show from everyone else's show? Like I think what's happened with like on like social media and stuff, like I hate to be that guy, but like I think everyone's watching each other's shows, and so what's happening now is just it feels like it's just a lot of like drum hits and orchestra hits, like just everywhere. It's just like
all sounds the same.
Yeah, very much so. Like,
okay,
and
you can be that
guy.
guy.
I don't want to be that guy, but it's like I think as soon as those orchestra hits came into play in the 2000s, like we've just had a chokehold on it, and so I've really, when I arrange, try to use different ways to kind of like lift the show, you know, give it peaks and troughs without maybe using ways that I've heard online, you know. So that's me.
Yeah, dope. What are you looking for when hiring musicians?
What do I look for? It depends on the gig. It really depends on the gig. For me, definitely temperament, just to be able to kind of like weather any storm, really, and not only
musically or personally.
I think both actually. Both, because like I think we spend 45 minutes on a stage, but we spend hours.
Yeah.
You know, we spend hours together. So I think that ability to have a temperament that can kind of weather, you know, the ups and downs of what it is to do touring and what it is to tour, you know, and then obviously just ability. I think like learning arrangements, I think that's a lost art, you know. I think as a pianist, as an organist, like we can't really get away with like not learning stuff. So
Yeah.
it means that we can really tell when like people don't learn stuff well. And I
Yeah.
think for me, like it starts with just knowing the music well. Like I think if you just know the music well, that eliminates like that brings a performance up just so much first and foremost. Then you can add the treats. But without knowing the music well, you don't really know the pockets to do stuff in. You know, you're probably doing stuff in the wrong pocket. So I think that's what I look for. It's like just the ability to like learn the music well, which means I probably have had to have worked with you before in the past or like highly recommended. But those are the two things, man. I'll just be a good
Knowing
good
the
heart.
music well, and if I may add, like being adaptable. Because back to like hating on Instagram a little bit.
Yeah.
Now in the digital age, like everyone can do 100 takes. We talked about this.
100%.
Like perfecting the lick, but then you put it in a real life situation.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, shit, I haven't practiced it. Like, let me go back home and that's, yeah.
I call it a red light fever. Like right now there's a red light on the camera and like that happens when we're on stage. It's like this can we do what, you know, it's very different doing it online. Like, and I appreciate so many sick things that I see. Like, it's just, I get inspired all the time. Like, much time. And I think just the ability to replicate stuff when the pressure's on as well is like a really good skill to have, you know. You know, it's just really like, and not really crumble under like the red light, you know.
100%.
So it's important. It's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are your own artist.
I am indeed.
Yes. Niji, check out his album ORIKI.
ORIKI,
I just saw this shirt.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
So dope, man.
Oh, thank you.
This is cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's out now.
Really? Is that new? New merch?
Yeah, no, we dropped it maybe about a month ago. A month and a half ago. Yeah. Please support.
I need it. Well, first of all, maybe I want to ask, like, how do you balance your own project, your own art, and doing work for other people, which you're very much in demand for? So it's like the constant balance, right?
Yeah. You know what's interesting is that it is the great balancing act. Like there's so many parts to like my musical life, and I love all of them like equally.
It's not like one above the other.
No, because I just see it all as like, I see it all as ways to use the gift that I've been given. Really, like it's not
beautiful.
I've got far too much creativity to just do me and me alone. Like I don't have enough use cases for me to just like just use my creativity for just myself. Like, and I get so much joy in how far I could use my creativity for others as well. I just love creating the compositions and bringing out records and bringing out music for myself as well. Like I really enjoy like the artistry of side and artwork and like building this music and like just basically narrating my life through music as I experience all of these things, like the peaks and the troughs of it, everything. So like ORIKI was the latest album that I've brought out, and it was a special album for me because it was about the legacy of my great grandmother and my grandmother, who lived phenomenal lives. Like they are just incredible women. Like my great grandmother Matilda, who's on the album cover, she lived at a time where women weren't allowed in the kitchen. Women weren't allowed out of the kitchen.
Yeah. I was like, okay, interesting.
They weren't. She grew up at a time where women weren't allowed out of the kitchen, and she just said like, scratch that. Like I'm gonna pursue business, you know. And she did really, really well and built the first 2-story building in her hometown in the Gerbils. And it was just so incredible to like read these stories, and at the same time as doing that, she was a songwriter for her church. So she had that duality of just like creativity and business, and at a time where women weren't allowed to do that. And I was just so inspired by these stories. And
wow, how did she make that happen? Like, how did she push through?
She just said, bump that, like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, you know. And as soon as she started getting traction for it, like she was off to the races. Like there's nothing you can tell her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see the genes. I see where you get the genes from, bro.
No, but genuinely, like going back, it informs you so much about yourself, and that's what this whole album of ORIKI was about. It was learning these stories, sitting with my grandma, who's the oldest person in my family tree, and just learning about my history. And it's so important to sit with, I can't stress this enough.
Yeah.
It's so important to sit with your grandparents, your parents, great grandparents if you have them, pull all the stories out, because you know, like, time is so precious, you know. So
absolutely,
that's what ORIKI was about, was like celebrating my grandma, my great grandmother's legacy.
What a gift.
Yeah,
right?
No, honestly. And
I think it's, especially when we get older, we realize like we're not alone in the world. Like, we're part of a lineage.
100%.
It's just another story in a book.
Yeah. It gives so much like grounding to who we are. Like, we get grounded. We really do get grounded.
Yeah. So you're still touring with ORIKI?
Yeah, we got the tour coming up, the European tour, which is beautiful, just to be able to just, you know, do that and celebrate the album and play it and tour it. Like, I feel so grateful to have the opportunity to do that. And and then that, I think once that tour's done, then might thinking about a New York show, maybe.
Oh, nice.
But like, just the whole year that we've had and some change with ORIKI, it's just been a dream, and to see the support that has been given as well, it's
doing very well.
Yeah, I'm really, really grateful. Really grateful.
How do you know when like a project or an album finished its cycle, or like when? Do you feel like that moment of like, okay, the next thing is about to happen is coming up?
Well, the cycle, I guess, to backtrack, the cycle doesn't finish. You just move on creatively.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I mean? Because now, and that's the beautiful thing about art, is that it's in perpetuity. Like, everything we create will outlive us. Like, I find that so fascinating. Like, the music that we write and the music we create will outlive like our human bodies. Like, it's just crazy to me. So that will then ORIKI will have its own life and maybe get picked up in 50 years, and people look in the crates and find ORIKI, and it's like, oh my gosh, this was what was captured at this time, you know. But for me, like, because I have such a bucket of ideas.
You never stop. Right?
No, I don't. It's the purpose that I've been given. Genuinely, it's just to utilize this creativity that I've been given day in, day out, you know.
And I think you have a routine around it too. Like, it's not just, I mean, I saw you on the road. Yeah. Like, always working, right? Like, after the show, fine, going back to the hotel room, like, writing. I'm like, bro, you crazy? Like, I'm there just watching Netflix.
I remember when you guys went to Hong Kong, I was like, I should go to Hong Kong, but I was literally in my room, like, producing. But
you're like, I just made like 3 new beats like last night. I'm like, do you rest? But no, but I was gonna say, like, it seems like you also know how to facilitate it in a structure and like a practice. It's not just inspiration. It's
I definitely like, I want to build a house of fulfilled dreams, and for me, my fulfilled dreams looks like how much I can use my creativity for others, and also how many finished ideas can I complete and put into the world. Like, that's it. That's me to a nutshell, basically.
Yeah.
So what gives me the deepest satisfaction, maybe when on the road, isn't maybe to kind of like do what others might, which is completely okay. I'm like, oh man, I've got like a half a day off. I can like finish this idea that I had in my brain in soundcheck. Yeah. Because if I don't use it, I lose it. So
yeah, man, absolutely.
So just like also capturing inspiration. Like, for me, when we're obviously traveling and touring and whatnot, I get so inspired, and like, it's like a beautiful cycle. Just like, I just get more and more ideas. So half of the time I'm trying to keep up with my brain.
Right.
Basically.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm trying, one day at a time.
Yeah. So actually, one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast and this channel, Inner Sound, is because I have more and more like younger people, younger musicians asking me like for advice, basically.
Yeah.
And so I have the privilege to bring people like you.
Humbly.
Humble servant.
Humble servant, always.
And maybe I'll forward the question to you. Like, if you had to give any advice to a young musician coming up in this crazy world, really.
Yeah. What would I say? I would say something that someone said to me, which was, look after the music and it will look after you. meaning like like dedicate your life to the craft, and it will give you back everything everything you,
That's it.
God willing, desire. Like,
Yeah.
and I think I always try to focus on things that are in our control, because in this game there's a lot of stuff that are like is not in our control that we don't speak about, like it. But I think the one thing that we can control is how we use the gift that we've been given, like, and if we just if all we do is try to utilize our gift, whether it's practicing, learning, playing, and reverencing the craft, not the size of the stage, then everywhere is just like an exploration of the gift, which means that like it's gonna give you back more and more. I see it as like an investment in a way. It's like you just, as you deposit more, like it will just give back more to you.
Yes.
So sorry, that was such an artsy fartsy answer.
No, it's beautiful.
But
man.
in a nutshell, I think if you look after the music, it will look after you.
Yes. Not worrying so much about what will happen, like what gig will I get, or like who should I hit up,
Yeah, I
because we can't control that, right?
no, you can't. And I I think what it always boils down to is like the deep work that we do at home. You can get the platform, you can get the opportunity, but to stay in that opportunity, like you'll only stay there if like the work that you've done at home shows.
Yeah.
Because it always shows, like it always shows. So we can want opportunities as much as we want, and they will come to us, but like what allows us to get them and then maybe get them again in the future is actually the work that we do behind closed doors. And like there's no hiding that, like there's no way around it, there's no shortcut, there's no like 5 tips to be a pro musician.
Yeah,
It's
none of that.
like it's like just be a good person, and like again just look after your craft and showcase your craft in whichever way you have access to. Maybe you're in a big city that you can network in, or maybe you just have the internet because you're in a smaller city. Like whichever it is, there's no wrong or right way. Just showcase it and perfect it as well as you can, and it will look after you. God willing, it will look after you.
Well said, bro.
I try.
Follow your bliss.
Yeah, I try. How about you? What would you give?
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually,
Really?
like the
Okay.
same. Maybe I would use slightly different words, slightly different language,
Okay.
but same. It's the only thing we can control.
Yeah.
And I would say like basically like what is the thing that makes you do music? What's your deepest desire or connection to it? Because no one chooses to be a musician, right? No one's like sitting with an Excel sheet and like being like, I'm gonna be an artist. Like that's a crazy thing. So we have something bursting in us, like that we have to say, that we have to put in the world.
Yeah.
And I think basically, just like you said, if you take care of that and if you focus on that every day and make it a practice, and put it out in the world, like the rest will be taken care of.
I think so, man.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't want to gate the biases and the privileges of like growing up in London and then like being in New York and America. Like these are all like inherent privileges that like we've had, but if I was to strip them all away and just focus on like the few things that are in my control, I'd second what you said, is just focus on the craft, really.
Yeah.
And showcasing the craft as much as you can, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, man.
Anything we didn't touch on? You wanna?
No, man. Just it's. I'm wishing everyone just like I don't know when this is gonna be out, but like I feel like
Weeks.
in the time that we're in, man. Like the internet could be like your best friend or not, and I think let's just all just trying to use it in a way that doesn't harm us, and doesn't harm our self-esteem, or doesn't harm how you view your craft, your gift, what you've been given, your purpose, because we've all been given these different assignments, and our roots are so different. My route is different to yours, different to everybody else's. So I think just like this, having grace to be like, my route is my route, and it will take me where it will take me, and and really living in that, like, just the power of now, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
is, you know, enjoying what we have today, like, and enjoying the opportunities we have today. Tomorrow look after itself, you know. So just treating everything that we do today as the biggest thing that we've ever done, like, and that's what I try to do. Like, I always say, like, Niji stands for, like, never impress, just inspire, because, like, the my personal mission is not to impress anybody, really. It's just to inspire, like, okay, cool, this is the gift that I've been given, and this is how far I've been able to
Yeah.
stretch it in different use cases, you know.
That's very interesting. Because the difference between the two is like the intention, I think,
100%.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause you can play the same thing, but the intention with
Yeah.
which you do it is felt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think inspiration allows room for others. I think
Mhm.
impressions focuses just on you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and don't get me wrong, like, it's entertainment, so there's an element that the pendulum swings a little bit, but I think if all we do is, again, just look after our craft and, like, seek the most inspiration out of that to give to others, nah, that's all we need, man.
Wow.
That's all we need.
And now we've come full circle, because if like the difference between impressing and inspiring, I feel like doesn't necessarily come from, again, the technique or what you play, but who you are and what, like, if you play for God, or if you grow, or if you have a spiritual practice,
Yeah, yeah.
if you play for like something that's more than just yourself, your
Yeah,
ego,
yeah.
that's the felt intention.
Yeah, yeah. I see it. Like, I don't partake in it, the discourse, but I see it. Like, I see it, especially, like, around, like, the conversation of, like, church musicians. They're, like, the most gifted musicians in the world, you know. But there's a demographic. There might be people who think that that's just because they just do that makes them less than anyone that's, like, doing a stadium or an arena. It's like, no, like, every stage is equal, whether it's
Yeah.
like 2 people, 100 people, 100,000 people. Like,
Yes.
they are all the same. Like, they are
Wow,
all the
wow,
same.
wow,
Like, and I
wow.
think
Yes.
it's really important, especially to not let your identity get tied into the size
Yes.
of anything, because we know this industry well. And if for anyone who's listening who hasn't been in the industry, like, you do have major swings. Like, you
Crazy.
like you have major swings. Like, I was telling someone the other day, like, I did the halftime performance at the Knicks at the Garden, and halftime show lights on. I'm on the court. I'm playing. The moment that raps, I'm going on the subway. Like,
Right.
like, do you get what I
You
mean?
do this several times a week,
Yeah,
right?
do you get what I
Playing
mean?
at
Yeah.
LSG,
So it's like we can't let our identity get wrapped in the size of anything.
Man,
Like,
so well said.
you know,
I couldn't have said
you
it better.
really cannot, because that your purpose is linked to your gift, not the size. I feel like I've said that a few times, but, like, it's just so important.
This is so
you know?
important, bro.
It's
This
so
is
important.
so important.
It's important, man.
And in a way, I feel like it's inevitable to learn this lesson as a musician.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the world will teach you this lesson,
100%.
right? The
100%.
world will humble you.
Yeah, yeah,
Even if,
yeah.
like, the highest highs, and then inevitably,
Yeah.
not even a low, but just a different, like,
Different-
coming back home, playing at a
different,
small, it's, the swings are crazy, like you said. So it's,
You go from on tour where pretty much, like, everything is, like, you're catered for in every single way, you know, and you come home and that's not the case. You're doing everything for yourself, and I think if we let our identity get wrapped in the other side of stuff, when we come home, or, like, when we do something that's not as big, or that's not a stadium or not an arena, like, I've seen people act a certain way or a type of way. It's like, no,
Yeah.
man, like, you've missed the point, man. Like,
absolutely.
our gift is in our purpose to
Yes.
to give to whoever there's 1, 2, 5, 1,000 or 100,000 at Rock in Rio. You know, it really is to just give of our creativity. You know, so
Beautiful.
if I leave with anything, it's just that, like, let your identity be wrapped in the purpose that God's given you. You know,
Identity is a good word, because
Yeah.
I think once, especially after success, like, your identity also from other people gets connected with the gig, right? With the
then
tour.
it's like a cycle.
Like Niji, whatever, Charlie, or like Harry Styles. and, like,
yeah.
So it's not even a decision you made, but it's how the world all of a sudden
Yeah.
sees you.
Yeah.
And then, you move on, they move on, something happens,
Yeah.
that's no longer the case. So
Yeah.
if you have identified with that stardom or with that gig, like you will now have an identity crisis.
Yeah. I think the we spoken about this at dinner with like the guys. I think the number one rule when I'm like in service to others is I always just I try to remember that is like it's not my gig, it's just my turn. You know, like it's not my gig. Like it, unless it's Niji and I'm doing ORIKI stuff, like it's not my gig. Like I'm there to be of service, you know. And then when it's my turn to do my stuff and be the shining light and it be about me, then I can step into that and fully step into that. But in other positions, like we're there to kind of be a part of a moving body. Like you know, many parts make the body. You know, so.
And even with ORIKI or Niji stuff, I'm sure it's like one day you play in like North Sea.
Yeah,
like
yeah, 100%.
Another day out of maybe a smaller jazz club, whatever it
100%, like 100%, like it. And even in that, it's like I remember growing up. All I wanted to do was play for 100 people for my stuff. Like that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, for your stuff.
That's like that was it. Like that was it. Like because for me, the church was such a good grounding that it gave me all the self-esteem that I needed. So I didn't need any external validation to warrant me being like feel good about being a musician. You know, do you get what I mean? It's like it was so entrenched in how I was built that, you know, the size of anything didn't really like affect how I viewed what I do, you know. So you're right, it can go from North Sea to, you know, 50 people in Purgatory, know, in Ridgewood, you know what I mean? So, and both deserve absolutely the utmost attention and care and like just this execution that you would in either one, you know.
And when someone sees you at a smaller club with the energy of playing a big show or like with the connection to music, that surely will bring you
100%.
Back up, you know what I mean?
100%.
That's just how it works.
My friend said it the other day. It's like there's just different mountaintops, you know. Like that's all it is. It's just different views of the same stage, you know.
Right.
It's just different mountaintops.
Yeah.
So.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
Good shit, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Wow.
Really appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you, man. What's the podcast called?
Inner Sound.
Inner Sound. Let's go.
Inner Sound. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man.